2013 could be the year Google's Nexus 7 makes a huge splash in the tablet market. In this fourth episode of Tablet Wars, let's go over the 5 reasons to buy the latest and greatest Nexus device so far, the second generation Nexus 7. By the way, if you're wondering what are my favorite back-to-school gadgets and gear, I've started some back-to-school Amazon shopping lists that I'll be continuously updating throughout the year. Check the links below. Man, I really miss college. But if you're here to learn about the second generation Nexus 7, I hope this is the most important video you ever watch. But first, I have a confession. I've been running late with the videos. Making YouTube videos and working in retail full-time don't mix very well. But I really wanted to cover the Nexus product line, so finally, here it goes. On July 24th, the tech press came to my corner of the world to have breakfast with Sundar Pichai to find out about the next Nexus device. Before we dig into it, here's my customary bit of background. First, what's a Nexus product? Simply put, it's a family of Android devices produced by Google through third-party manufacturers. These devices don't have the typical manufacturer or wireless carrier bloatware, making them ideal for further custom modification. Running pure Android, the Nexus platform has the seal of approval from the Android Open Source Project. Sundar Pichai describes the Nexus platform this way.
Nexus is the program by which we work with our partners, with our ecosystem, to push the boundaries of what's possible.
And they are the first devices to receive Android updates directly from Google. So how did the first generation Nexus 7 bring some healthy competition to Apple's formerly dominant iPad? First, let me say, we can't deny the disruptive force of Apple's iPad to the traditional PC and laptop industry back in mid-2010. As tablet sales keep going up, PC sales are going the other way. Now there's little doubt the iPad showed everyone, consumers and companies, that an ARM-based tablet is not only good enough to do most things, but also offers better battery life and a more ideal form factor. But Apple couldn't keep the tablet market all to itself. The consumer electronics industry moves very fast. The first company to take advantage was Apple's closest hardware partner. Samsung introduced the Galaxy Tab through US wireless carriers in late 2010, and even though it was the first popular 7-inch tablet, it wasn't really good enough. Then Asus got into the game with its ePad transformer in mid-2011. But the first company to make a big dent against the iPad was a retail company. Because Amazon doesn't need to make a profit in the short run, they sold millions of tablets for the rock-bottom price of $199 in late 2011, hoping to make money on digital content sales later on. This low-margin strategy worked, allowing Amazon to grow its platform, while other companies refused to take the low-cost approach, like HP, BlackBerry, and lately even Microsoft. A little late to the game, the features of the Microsoft Surface tablet didn't justify the cost. Still, last year saw the biggest jump in tablet sales ever recorded. While Amazon continued its low-price strategy, many people in the Android community did not want to support the forked version of Android running on Kindle Fires, particularly Google. So Google reached out to a hardware partner to create the first Nexus 7 starting at the disruptive price of $199, while hoping to make money on digital content and advertising down the line. To hit that price point, Asus had to cut a few corners. Also, last year's version of Android was still catching up in things like UI responsiveness and speeding up storage I/O performance. For example, as flash memory performs more erase-write operations, the I/O controller has to do more and more error correction over time. This is the reason the read-write performance of the first generation Nexus 7 slowed down over time. If you have this problem, don't worry. There's now a solution. Just keep watching. Overall, the first generation Nexus 7 was the best 7-inch value last year.
The Nexus 7 alone has accounted for greater than 10% of Android tablets sold.
So how could the second generation Nexus 7 be even more awesome? Besides continuing its relationship with Asus,
the CEO of Asus, Johnny Shih,
the second generation Nexus 7 is better across 4 important dimensions.
Thank you, Johnny.
Touch, sight, sound, and performance. First, the new Nexus 7 feels better. In terms of industrial design, it's almost 2 mm thinner than the first gen. And while it has the same screen size, a reduced side bezel makes it almost 6 mm narrower. It's almost 50 grams lighter, making a big difference during those late-night study sessions. And my personal favorite design feature, it retains the same soft-touch matte back material. Second, the new Nexus 7 looks better. For screen technology, the 1920 by 1200 7-inch full 1080p HD IPS display makes it the highest resolution 7-inch tablet at launch. Now, browsing Google Drive, browsing the web in full screen mode, screen sharing during a Google Hangout video call, or just exploring Google Maps will be much easier on tired eyes. And the 30% boost in color range, along with the scratch-resistant Corning glass, is the icing on the cake. Third, the new Nexus 7 sounds better. The surround sound stereo speakers are powered by Fraunhofer Singo. lastly, the new Nexus 7 performs better than its predecessor. Besides the front camera, it now has a 5-megapixel autofocus rear camera. With double the memory and a processor that's almost twice as fast, overall benchmarks place the Nexus 7 at the top of the pack. For wireless, it now has 802.11 dual-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, NFC, and optional 4G LTE support on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. For a full comparison of US network carriers, check out Phone Wars 11. It also has an extra hour of battery life and Qi wireless support, which would make my job as the designated family device charger a lot easier. But as many of you subscribers know, hardware is only part of the performance picture. The software running the new Nexus 7 will not disappoint. It's the first device powered by the latest version of Jelly Bean. For me, the biggest feature addresses the problem I mentioned earlier. Android 4.3 improves on the previously slow read-write performance of the first Gen Nexus 7. It will periodically clean up and optimize the data structure responsible for managing flash storage, kinda like automatically defragging an older computer. The good news? This improvement applies to all Android 4.3 compatible devices, including the first Gen Nexus 7. Also, 4.3 supports multiple users with separate customizable profiles and unique home screens, wallpaper, app functionality, and storage. And graphics will get a huge boost powered by the top-of-the-line Adreno 320, allowing developers to render beautiful reflections and use more realistic lighting and higher quality textures, making mobile games more photorealistic. Speaking of games, the new Google Play library now has a special section for tablet-optimized apps, but with a Google Plus social twist. Game recommendations, leaderboards, and achievements can now be shared among a group of friends. So the second generation Nexus 7 definitely does 4 things really well. It feels better, looks better, sounds better, and performs better than its popular predecessor. But you must be wondering, what's the 5th and most compelling reason to buy the Nexus 7? Dat price. It will be better for budgets everywhere while shopping for back-to-school gear or holiday gifts. If you'd like to support the channel and order the Nexus 7, or check out my favorite back-to-school products, check the Amazon links below to make sure you're getting the best deal. I'd also like to personally welcome all the most recent subscribers. I hope this channel is a place where we can share ideas and opinions about innovative things that might one day qualify to be our next digital appliances and devices. I always read every single comment, and thanks in advance for liking and sharing these videos on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Reddit. As I try to manage my time better, your feedback keeps me motivated, boosts the search rankings on YouTube, and always helps me plan out future episodes. If you really liked this video, click these squares from your computer or check the links below to watch related episodes, particularly the videos about improving battery performance, US network carriers, and Google's first smartphone, the Moto X. In the next video, I hope to pick up where Network Wars left off, going over the relative performance of US carriers and the growing popularity of prepaid plans. And I'd finally like to introduce GPUs to the Chip Wars series. So thank you all for the comments in the last video, as I work hard to cover the next generation of innovations here on